right, so it's about 6:05, and we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Jennifer Candelas, and I am the Product Sales Assistant for the Council. Tonight we're going to talk about how to host a parent meeting. Okay? Let me see. All right, so of course, you know that getting families involved in the cookie program is the key to a successful cookie sale for each of the girls that's in your troop. When families actually do understand the importance of the program, they're more willing to actually give their full support to their daughters and help in any way that they can for their daughters to actually reach their goal, whether it be with cookie booths, with direct selling, with going door to door. They're usually more supportive in that way. Okay. And of course, when you all as troop leaders host parent meetings, you actually play a vital role in explaining the importance of this to the parents. Okay. If you have older girls in your troop, please try to encourage them to actually plan out meetings for you. Of course, if you have younger girls, then you would do that yourself. You want to make these meetings fun for everyone, like with games, songs, and even role playing. Okay. Here's kind of a sample agenda that you can actually do. Have the girls meet the families at the door. They take their seats. Go over the 5 skills that the girls will be learning through the cookie program. And then, of course, have your girls set their goals at that meeting. You can even go into Cocoa Cookie Command, have them set their goal that way in there so that they know exactly how to get in there, how to track it, how to meet it, so that they can earn their goal-getter patch. Make sure that your parents are signing these parent permission slips. Very important. You want to make sure that all of their information is on there. And just a reminder, of course, that all the girls have to have a signed parent permission form and be a registered Girl Scout to actually participate in the cookie sale. Okay. You want to make sure that the girls are following the rules. You do want to go over safety. Definitely go over safety with the girls and the parents. For instance, make sure your parents do understand that they need to accompany the girls when they are selling door to door. Never let the girls go into a stranger's home to actually sell cookies. And then, of course, you do want to advise your parents, again, about the fact that they cannot sell cookies on eBay, Craigslist, any Facebook yard sales or trading posts, anything like that. They can post on social media like Facebook, on their own personal Facebook page, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. They can all post on there. Also remind your parents that they cannot set up in an empty parking lot or anything like that and sell cookies that way. Okay. Again, you definitely emphasize the safety for the girls. Okay. All right, kind of an overview. You do want to go over dates with your parents, letting them know, of course, that our sale starts this coming Saturday, January 14th. That's when girls can actually sell cookies that they have on hand or by taking orders. And then, of course, the girls can do walkabouts. They can go around their neighborhood, things like that. Let your parents know all of this information. Let them know about our booth sales that they do start the following weekend. Of course, invite them to do mother-daughter booths if they choose to do so, or father-daughter booths. You, of course, as leaders would actually have to organize this through your own, through Snap, but maybe even schedule several booths, print out a booked booth sales summary, and then let the parents know what dates are available that maybe they want to do those mother-daughter booths. Let them know, of course, that the sale ends March 12th and that they would need to turn in all money to you no later than March 13th. More ideas that you can have for your meeting, of course, is to create an itinerary of things that you're going to go over and discuss. Again, make sure the girls are setting their goals. Discuss the importance of those goals. For instance, you know, maybe your troop wants to go on a trip or something, you know, their contributions or their goals actually help you all do different things, little trips, it buys them recognitions, things like that. Discuss the booth sales. See whether or not the girls actually want to do booths. Do role playing, which is what I mentioned earlier. That you can actually do, for instance, have the girls practice their pitch on selling cookies. Maybe even pretend that they're selling cookies so that they know how much they charge customers, how to give out change, how to respond when different customers ask them questions. Maybe help them get to know what the cookies are. So in case a customer asks them questions about cookies. One thing that I always like to mention, because we do get a lot of customers that will ask for sugar-free cookies. Our council does not have sugar-free cookies. However, you can suggest shortbread. Those actually have 4 grams of sugar in them for 4 cookies. Okay. That is usually one that you can suggest to people who are diabetic. So it's good that your girls know information like that. If they've tried the s'mores cookie, if a customer asks them how is it, then a girl can tell them exactly how that cookie is. Other things you can practice on are ways to approach customers at a booth and how to say thank you. Okay. Another thing that you can work on is how to put cookies inside of a bag so that they're organized and not just thrown in there. You want to make sure that it's a nice presentation for your customers. You can actually discuss ideas. For instance, if they want to participate in the booth bash, you can maybe they'll want to decorate it in a certain way. You may be able to start talking about things like that. Talk about our gift of caring program, what that means, that we collect money to purchase cookies for military overseas. Other ideas that you have could be for your meeting would be making posters, setting a troop goal. That's another thing. Show the girls the rewards that we offer. That usually helps them to kind of pick a goal right there by just looking at the recognition. A lot of them will actually choose a certain recognition. They want that particular item, so they'll want to sell that many cookies. And of course, you just want to have fun with the girls. Make sure they are always having fun with this sale. It never wants to seem like, you know, it's something they just have to do. You just want them to have fun. All right. All right, so some of the resources that you can go over with your parents as well are through abcsmartcookies.com. This is where you go and the girls set up their Cocoa account. But from here, you can actually view any of these different links that are up here at the top. There's Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, and Flickr. ABC invites you all to utilize anything from their site to help with the cookie program. For instance, this is what their Pinterest page looks like. They have a lot of crafting ideas, things that you can do with leftover boxes or leftover cases of cookies. You can always use those to decorate your booth. You'll see a picture right there where they are using the thanks a lot as a s'mores. This is another view of the Pinterest page as well. Okay. And then their Facebook page. This is what their Facebook page looks like. A lot of times you will see other troops that ask questions, they get answers. You'll notice off to the left-hand side there's a link for you to get recipes that involve Girl Scout cookies. This is great for booths. A lot of troops will actually print these out and give them to customers at the booth. So that's a neat idea that you can use with your girls as well. Their Flickr account. This is what their Flickr account looks like. Okay. You're welcome to use any of the images that they have here. for your booth sales, for thank you cards, business cards, anything that you may want to use it for. Okay. Here's another shot from their Flickr page. These are just different little aspects that you can actually use. They have more stationery backgrounds, borders, corners. There's lemonades, clip art, Be Unique, Be You words, and of course the mascot views. Any of that you can use. Okay. Logos, they have coloring pages. There's the 5 skill icons. So maybe you may want to use the coloring pages for one of your meetings. That's another good idea. There are certificates that you can download. Let's say you've got a girl that's done outstanding and you want to recognize her some point during the sale. You're more than welcome to print out one of their certificates. Okay. Of course, it's Cookie Time logos and art, and then of course packaging images that they have as well. And then our Facebook page is a good resource as well. You would of course go to the 2017 Cookie Program tab, and then down to where of course it says resources for volunteers. That's just things that we have for you. Resources for Girl Scouts. Those are things that the girls can utilize. Again, there's business cards, there's posters, signs, things like that. There's links for YouTube tutorials. That would be more for you as a leader, so you can see things that you may have forgotten with the SNAP program, but use those resources that we have out there for you. That's why we have those. Okay. Some of the badges and pins that the girls actually will be working on during the cookie program. For instance, brownies will get Meet My Customers and Give Back. Juniors get the Cookie CEO and Customer Insights. Cadets will get Business Plan, Marketing, and Think Big. Seniors get My Portfolio and Customer Loyalty. And the ambassadors get Research and Development and P&L. This is a picture of our 2016 cookie pin. The one for 2017 is actually a light pink color. Okay, but they can actually earn this too through their cookie sale. All right, and of course, once cookies are over, you'll want to celebrate. You want to make sure that the girls feel recognized for their accomplishments. Of course, that's when they get their recognitions. You'll want to do something special as far as their patches that they've earned. You'll want to make sure that you help, thank all of your parents for helping and getting involved. And then you'll want to discuss with your girls exactly what they want to do with their trip earnings. You know, around that time is when, of course, that's when spring break is. They may want to have a movie day or go to Peter Piper, or a lot of troops will go to Build-A-Bear. That's entirely up to your girls. So, of course, you know, bring it to the girls, have them vote on it. Whatever they decide they want to do with their earnings, that's entirely up to them. Okay? All right. I mean, this was very short and sweet webinar. If anyone has questions or if you want me to go back over anything, please just either raise your hand or ask the question in the little question box. Yeah. Anybody? Anybody have questions? Oh, you're very welcome, Jennifer. I'm sorry it wasn't longer. I mean, this was just a small presentation. Okay, there's a question as far as where can you sell cookies? It depends on what you're referring to. I mean, girls can go door to door. They can ask family and friends. When it comes to booth sales, those do need to be secured in SNAP for your troop. You cannot be somewhere that is not in the SNAP system. And as far as this presentation, it will be posted. I think Monica puts it out there. I think on our, I'm not sure exactly where she puts it. It might be on our Facebook page. Yes, the council has a Flickr account and ABC also has a Flickr account. Pretty much what that is that's pictures, things that you can actually use, just for posters and signs, things like that. Yes, you do need permission to do a booth, and of course that again is where you sign up through SNAP. And in order to get into SNAP, you would have had to have come to a cookie training. If you have not been to a cookie training, you will need to contact your service unit cookie manager for that. This webinar was just as a parent meeting. Daisies, they earn, oh my gosh, what was it called? There's different petals that the daisies actually earn. Which I know it's on our, in our shop. I know it's like Money Talks is one of them. And there's kind of another one that has to do with meeting the customers. Hold on, let me go back. I'm going to go back and see if, oh no, wait, back. Okay, the daisy one's not on here, Aggie. Gift of caring, those you are actually, you're collecting money for those. You don't actually keep the boxes. What happens is in SNAP, you actually put those, there's credit for those, you put it under the virtual cookie share area. And then as soon as the sale is over, the council calculates how many boxes were sold for gift of caring. And we purchase those from ABC, and then we send those to military overseas. As far as credit card readers go, that is entirely up to the troop whether or not they want to accept credit cards. You have to do the research for that, and your troop would be responsible for the fees and the setup for that. You cannot pass those fees along to the customer, though. The 5 skills that the girls learn, those are goal setting, decision making, people skills, money management, and business ethics. Those are the 5 skills that the girls learn. Okay, let's see. All right, any other questions right now? Okay, there was a question, do you have to have a booth, an actual booth bash day? You don't have to schedule a booth that day. That's entirely up to you and your troop if you want to do that. For the booth bash competition we have, yes, it would be on that day, and you would decorate your booth for that day. Well, thank you, Heather. As far as collecting money from the parents, you can set up a meeting weekly just to turn in money, or you can do it every 2 weeks. That's entirely up to you. You are the one that actually sets those guidelines for your parents. I wouldn't wait until the very end to start collecting. I would actually, if it were me, I would be, you have to turn in money weekly, if it were me. As far as the booth bash goes, that's entirely up to you. You, of course, would just take pictures at any time of the booth that you've decorated and submit those to Aggie for that booth bash competition. Um, any other questions? No? If you don't have any other questions, of course, you all can log out, or, unless you want me to go back to another one of the pages you need to see, I'm more than welcome, more than happy to do that. Oh, you're very welcome, Melissa. Okay, trios, those were actually pre-ordered. Those had to have been pre-ordered back in September. Um, some of the areas may have extra on initial delivery day. If not, then you would need to find out, maybe there might be another troop that has additional trios left over. You can probably get them transferred from you. They can probably transfer trios to you. All right, so if there's no other questions, just go ahead and sign off. Celeste or Rachel, did you have any questions?